Wagwan people. Alright, so this is what I sound like when I'm probably going to get a cold in the next few days or so, or week-ish, I don't know. It feels like a cold's coming along. But anyway, as I mentioned on the recent live stream, I've been challenged to do a 30-day video challenge, which is post at least one video per day for 30 days. And I've accepted this challenge, and this is the first video of that challenge on the 6th of November. So the next 30 days, I intend on posting that one video per day on this channel. I post videos quite regular anyway, so I guess I'm kind of part way there already, just, you know, right? But yeah, the challenge is to do at least one video per day for 30 days. I'm going to try and do that over the next 30 days. And after 30 days, we'll see if that's something we'll continue or not, or whether we'll just go back to my regular kind of schedule. But yeah, for the next 30 days, I'm going to try and put at least one video per day, and this is the first of that video. Most of the videos are going to be, you know, relevant to, you know, our interests, right? So, you know, we're talking about movies and video games and various other cool geeky stuff like that. That said, this is a vlogging channel, you know, so I'm gonna want to mix up a little bit. And I did say in another video that I do want to post more of my spoken word, because there's a lot of stuff that I've written, well, at least quite a bit of stuff that I've written that either not many people have heard or no one has heard at all. So that's something that I want to do as well. Post a few more spoken words on this spoken word poetry on this channel as well. So that's my other computer going off. Yeah, I'm balling like that. Two computers, like. Anyway, but yeah, that's the plan. And this is the first one I want to do, is something that I think quite a few people have actually heard. I used to perform this quite a lot back in the day, and it's called the Time Traveler's Ascension. And I think it's appropriate for this first video as well because it's, you know, I believe it has a positive message. It was written at a time. It was written back in 2014, at a time where I wanted to bring myself up out of a bad sort of negative feeling, you know, out of a funk. And it's part of, for those who might know about this, when I was a bit more active on the poetry scene, part of the Time Traveler series. I wrote, I think like 6 poems now, or the Time Travelers, you know, something. So there's Time Travelers Madness, Time Travelers Ascension, Time Travelers Origins, yeah, there's a few of them. And yeah, this is the Time Travelers Ascension, you know, trying to rise out of, you know, a bad attitude. And yeah, so that's what I want to do. And oh, before I do this though, so yeah, 30-day video challenge. If you have suggestions of something you want me to talk about or stuff like that, let me know so I can do. I've already been a Q&A has already been suggested, so that's something that I'll try and do as well. So if you have questions for a Q&A video, let me know in the comments or on Twitter or, you know, Facebook and all that kind of stuff, Instagram, or all that kind of stuff. Let me know somewhere. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions for the Q&A. And also, if you like this poem that I'm about to do, I do actually have a proper recorded version of it with, you know, music and stuff. I have an album out on Bandcamp. You can listen to it and download it and all that kind of stuff if you like. But I'll put a link to that in the description so you can check that out if you are so inclined. But yeah, music and stuff, and I think it's a pretty cool album, but then I would say that. anyway, so this is the Time Traveler's Ascension. I am not giving you a choice. This is not a democracy. Today is when I silence all hypocrisy. 1,000 years from now, they will study me in history. Chivalry, I believe, is a mystery. Now I try to be the type of person that exemplifies pleasantry, to talk with politeness and respects the elderly. But do not think that I am the one to be taken lightly. At least 4 tests show that I have murderous tendencies, which could mean that for me, killing is obligatory, but I am weary. This life has taken its toll on me. This is not a plea for sympathy, that is not what I need. I still have enough energy within me to climb to a tower peak, dribble saliva from my beak, and suck it back up before it hits the streets. I may be old in age, but I'm young in rage. There is a fire within that cannot be contained, nor can it be tamed. I struggle to find constructive ways in which to release it. Being creative helps maintain a peacefulness. I know some of you won't understand this, why anybody would choose art over a secure paycheck. It really makes no sense when you think about its logic, and truth is, I do not know if I could explain it. All that I know is, if I were to stay there just 1 minute longer, those 4 tests would have more evidence to go on. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to a regular income. It is a good position to be in, but I heard that 90% of executives are clean shaven, whilst 100% of badasses are full bearded, with possibly a few exceptions. So ever since mid-November ish, I've let my hair spawn, so when I yawn in the morning, I'm like a dragon roaring, teeth be like nails crawling through desert storms, gale force blowing past garden lawns, fences get torn when I set foot on the floor, summoning the energy from the ultimate source. Yellow aura surrounds me. I can accomplish anything. I can move mountains when I'm over 9,000. Super Saiyan preparing for world salvation. I will save this planet within 5 years of the infection, disease serum, skin tearing, memory disappearing. The zombification of the human has commenced. The living dead spreads through nations, contaminating all who get scratched or bitten. Men, women, and children fall victims to the system. Only few remaining survivors of the cataclysm. Exercise, study, and healthy eating increase probabilities of getting through this. Some walkers are resilient. 6 shots and it's still moving. It would take more than a substandard human to take down a powerful demon with blood streaming through an open scar. It's still coming after you. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Quick, better hide in the cellar. There is enough food to last through the winter and plenty of fuel for the fire. This is my area of expertise. I studied these creatures during my tenure at Shinra, so advanced in my field I got headhunted by Umbrella. Other researchers got jealous and started discrediting my name. Spent the next 5 days in pain and anguish as lies circulated the office complex. Those I thought were friends betrayed me in the end. My sanity was dangling in the wind. It seemed there was no way out of it, but then I remembered, I am the bandits. Men like me set the standard. Pain is a figment of the imagination. I rise above the hatred and stand against discrimination. You are only a victim if you choose to be one. Don't get it twisted. I am not saying that bad stuff doesn't happen. I'm saying character is defined by how it is dealt with. For instance, if lemons are what you have been given, you can cut them up for juicing. You can even add hot water for soothing. Or you can break barriers, 10 fruits for space carriers, travel galaxies without leaving your residence. Believing is powerful if you want to. You will find a way. If you don't, you will find an excuse. So don't tell me what I can't do. I already told you I'm a time-traveling mad scientist experimenting with ancient hieroglyphics, telling stories defined by pictures. One of them tells a tale of alien visitors that came to study earthly behavior. They were fascinated by our machinations, how one man can rule entire nations. They said we were too intimidating for intergalactic business. They said that they cannot deal with those with no compassion, so they returned to their home planets. But before they left, they gave us a gift. There was a small stone able to grant any wish. They must have known it would be mistreated. They even gave us copious warnings, but subsequently we chose to ignore them. Many men were slaughtered in the pursuit of avarice. Women captured, raped, and battered, all in the name of selfish desires. As time expires, the warrior rises. Those exposed as lies were taught to comply with altruism. Sinners beg for forgiveness. Little by little, we're starting to see improvements, but this is still far from a conclusion, so pardon my intrusion. But my infusion to a modern society has been met with confusion. Many customs, as I portray, have been likened to illusions. I have been referred to as strange on a daily basis, though I too find the behavior of other Homo sapiens something quite amazing, but it's not always in a good way, since our differences in culture should be what unites us. Instead, it seems to divide us. Some of us think that our intelligence makes us better than another, but there are no idiots, nor are there any geniuses, just different people with different sets of knowledge, different experiences and fables which we can pull together to make this more bearable. We are unable to change our history, but we can change our present. Self-improvement can sometimes mean getting rid of things, not just possessions, but also anyone who prevents you from achieving greatness. Some would do this without realizing and would keep doing it until you put an end to their practice. The fact is, some of them are people that you care about, people who you think you can't live without, and no doubt, when they're in trouble, you are there with a shoulder to cry on. But when you need someone to lean on, there's always something else that comes up. So for as long as you let them, they will take up all space of your emotions, subliminally dictate your social interactions. It is hard to let go sometimes, but when the alternative is to suffer in silence or have no one around to hear the sound of your crying, rise up and call for the strength of a lion. No more trying. It is do or die. It is time to make a change or quit whining. Full moon shining, as dark as the night sky is. No one can see what's on the horizon. The army of monsters ready to invade. Tridents, knives, and other blades. The townsfolk have nowhere to escape. The enemy runs riots all over the place. Screams can be heard from far away. I was impelled through the stomach and left that way, leaving me breathing was their mistake. Shoulder blades shift like tectonic plates. Hands tend to pause as my arms elongate. I walk on all fours as I survey to escape and train my evil eye on beats. As I lay in wait, I pounce on my foe. Bite through the neck and let the blood flow. What's a monster to a werewolf in this form? I can create rhymes beyond the norm. Call forth styles from multiple sources combined together to make a unique force. I was taught by shamans and mystics. Now I'm the best at this. I'm so eclectic. Who else can make references from sciences to comic book origins? From Himalayas to battle rap, you ain't got bars like that. Matter of fact, too many folks have no content on their tracks. Too many singers lack quality, have little or no sense of morality. It becomes a formality that most of them sound the same. Millions buy in and feel no shame, conditioned to think there is no other way. I will compare this to a quote from David J. They have the ability to get rid of you. They have the ability to get rid of you. They have the ability to get rid of you and make it look like an accident. Ah, damn, my back just went. Spine damage caused paralysis. Doctor said I'd be stuck like this. I healed myself, never any doubts I will walk again. I am more than man, more than anything that you can imagine, more than what they tell you the value of life is like. Diamond necklaces cost more than 1,000 Africans, and mobile devices cost more than that. Corrupt corporations keep governments in check. Cheap clothes cost more than you think. We are not giving in. If one of us isn't free, then we are all to blame. There is no shame in admitting that you were fooled by the system. The shame is staying committed to a dishonest business, responsible for the deaths of many children, amputations, profiting from the poverty-stricken, and creating toy soldiers. I'm a time traveler. I have the memory of 1,000,000 mothers and fathers, sons and daughters. So tell the devil to call his reinforcements. I will slaughter all of them. The fact is, I was never born. I ripped off the umbilical cord and jumped out of my mother's womb. I came here to bury gold. I came here to take down those who sacrifice souls. My goal is to clear the dirt, because all I heard was a bunch of sexist terms and racial slurs. Ignorance forms when education is burned, when mistakes replace the things that we've learned, and in turn we become intolerant. Tell the kids to stay silent. We've had enough of it, as if they can never say anything of any benefits. Where can frustration go when the parents quit? Arms wrapped in a tourniquet, vein pierced with a needle prick, anger fades into oblivion. Why stop it? It feels good until it doesn't. It's an easy thing to fall back on when life hands out its problems. Clocks tick-tocking, but time is irrelevant. Yeah, this really sounds great, doesn't it? Effects wear off, now shaking is prevalent. No control of emotions, body is dependent. Profusely sweating, barely moving, internal organs slowly improving. The night's darkest before the dawn, and if you can make it through to the early morning, better days await to see you adorning. Yes, I know life can be boring when you don't understand or know your calling, and it seems like the world doesn't know your importance. No one to talk to no social forums. You don't want to hear any positive talking. Depression sets when you convince you afford it when the hour approaches. One cannot delay nor advance. Acceptance of the inevitable is important. Don't worry about the 4 horsemen. Your own mortal course will end regardless. You may think me heartless. I've seen people starving, the same people laughing. Farmers failing to make a harvest. Money burns holes in a poor man's pockets. The thing is, one does not have to overcome their weakness. Just needs to understand that they have them. Find ways to deal with daily problems. This life will beat you down if you do not stay on top of it. So proclaim your affirmation. Do so on a daily basis. Stand firm in determination. Tell the world, even if they won't listen, that I am perfect. And that was the Time Traveler's Ascension. Let me know what you think of it. But yeah, so I'm going to try and post videos each day, every day for 30 days at least. So check back, let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions or things you want me to talk about and all that kind of stuff. If you have questions for the Q&A. If you happen to be somebody who likes to laugh and has shall we say, a unique sense of, not even unique actually, let's be honest. If you have a weird sense of humor, then check out my Bandit Haze channel, linked somewhere, probably in the description as well. And yeah, I think that's all for now. So thank you for watching. Oh wait, no, let me end this properly. If you like this video, give it a like and share it amongst your friends. If you did not like it, then give it a dislike and share it amongst your enemies. Either way, let me know your reasons in the comments. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for watching, and until whenever, if ever, rise.